What's going on? It's Anton from antondaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. I'm going to step outside real quick so I can get my thoughts off. I don't really vlog that often, so this is actually the second time within a week, and I can actually communicate to you guys really quickly. Let me go over here and sit on these steps so I can gather my thoughts and be able to speak clearly and hopefully add some value into you guys' lives. So before I go back into the arcade and chill, I'm over here in Detroit as usual. Shout out to all of the chasers and the people that's going to be tapped into the Patreon meetup in July. More information to come inside of the Bag Chasers. But I want to communicate to you guys something that a lot of content creators really won't tell you, or maybe even give you a couple of strategies to help you build your channel or to build your TikToks and your Instagram. A lot of people are just out here aimlessly clout chasing, meaning that they trying to build a platform, or they may be online and they just talking and they're not generating no revenue or no income. And they don't really know how to monetize. And it's not just about monetization, and it is about adding value, but at the same time, I think that if you're great at something, then you should get paid accordingly. Now, it's one or two things that's really happening. Either people are not adding as much value as they think that they are, and they think that just because they online that they automatically deserve in order to be able to be compensated. Because even if you get a lot of views, let's say, for example, you're on TikTok, which notoriously, or Instagram, notoriously don't really pay, right? As far as the views, so you can get 1 million views, 2 million views, 3 million views. It doesn't necessarily translate the same way that it does on another platform. Or you may be able to leverage brand deals or something like that. Most people don't even know nothing about brand deals. They don't know nothing about sponsorships. They don't even know how to seek out the sponsorships and brand deals. But even if you get a lot of views, it doesn't necessarily mean that the sponsor will see value in you. And one of the biggest things that's prohibiting people from being successful is the type of content that they put out. Now, I can give you a masterclass right here, but I won't, because I usually give that inside of the Patreon. So if you want to tap into the Patreon, the link is in the description. But one of the biggest things that I see that people get caught up on social media is it's not necessarily the beef sector, because beef can be highly lucrative, as witnessed from, for example, a DJ Academics, which I think that he's probably at the apex of where he's been at so far. And I think that he has a much higher ceiling depending on how he play it. But during the whole Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef, I think that there's some content creators that absolutely capitalized off of that. Now, conversely, when we talk about the beef sector, I'm talking about personal little individual beefs that don't nobody even really give a fuck about. It ain't nothing relevant in popular culture. Don't nobody know your little individual sect. And so you can leverage that as a content creator in certain ways, but in other ways, it's not necessarily going to be lucrative to you. And I've told some content creators that have basically came up as of coming up on some of my previous platforms like Fight Club and stuff. And I tried to give them the game, and I tried to give them the alley-oop, and I said, listen, all of this little stuff that y'all got doing, all of these little small beefs that y'all got with each other, and this person says something about me online or whatever, 99% of these people have never met in real life. And so they getting all worked up and emotional about something that nobody in popular culture, if somebody is out there searching for some specific content, or they trying to figure out, or they somehow, some way stumble across your platform, or somebody sent it to them, and then the top thing that you got up there, or the last thing that you live stream, or the last thing that you put out is something that nobody understands. And I always look at it from a user experience perspective, because that's what I do professionally. And nobody actually understands what you're talking about, because if they're not familiar with this person, and this person sort of like high school, then they wouldn't be able to follow. Why would they subscribe to you? Why would they follow your content? Why would they long form, long stream, observe what you're doing and subscribe to what you got going on, or come back to your platform if it ain't even relevant, or they can't, as a user, come in as nobody that know nothing and then be able to grasp what's going on? If all y'all talking about, or if all people are talking about without any compensation, and that's another thing. A lot of people beef and ain't even making no money off of it. I leverage beef a completely different way, right? So I'll tell you how I do it. Let's say, for example, I always look at the sum total or the long game, whatever it is that I do, whether I'm doing a live stream, whether I do a video. First things first, if you gonna go at somebody or if you gonna wind up having a tiff with somebody, because let's be clear, like, this is the internet. Ain't nobody really doing nothing. Don't nobody even know anybody in real life. You could be halfway across the world talking shit, and somebody do a live stream about you, you getting all butthurt about it. Stop. It's a difference between being passionate about what you're talking about and getting angry and letting that actually keep you up at night. That's stupid, right? But let's say, for example, I got a content creator. I'm gonna give you like example A and an example B. Example A is content creator that may be bigger than me, that may have a decent following or whatever like that, right? And so it actually makes sense for me to respond to them because I see a lot of different videos and most of the people I just be like, it really don't matter. It's not affecting anything. We making more money than we ever made before. You know what I'm saying? Last year, if you're part of the Bag Chasers and you seen my receipts, you'll see that just by 2 channels alone, just 2 channels, just YouTube, we did over $1 million alone. And that ain't including sponsorships. That ain't including, you know what I'm saying, a whole bunch of it. But, it is what it is. And that's why I always drop the receipts. I show y'all my payouts. I show y'all everything. Hey, baby, how you doing? What's going on? What's your name? Sydney. Sydney?
Yes, I watch your channel.
You watch me? What's up? How you doing? You from here?
Yeah.
I like it. I see you with the Cardi's on with the heart shape. What's happening?
I'm good. How are you?
I like your earrings too.
Thank you so much.
So what's happening? What's the word? What you doing? What's happening around here?
Well, I'm waiting on my date.
Oh, you got a date pulling up?
Yeah. Going in here.
Well, I'm in here. I got Rita in there with me and everything. Yeah, so we can link up hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. I'm waiting on him.
Well, I tell you what, if he don't pull up, then we gonna have fun no matter what.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to be on the vlog? It's up to you if you want to be on the vlog. You don't want to be on the vlog? You look good. All right, I got you. But you look great though.
Thank you so much.
There's no reason why he should be standing you up.
Take me in the scenery.
All right. Well, I'll be here.
Yes, I'm
We'll kick it afterwards. Let me finish this video and we'll kick it.
All right.
But yeah, so if I see that he has a bigger platform or whatever, right? Or not even a bigger platform, let's say he has a significant amount of followers that'll be relevant to me. I want him to live stream about me. I want him to talk about me because it's literally free promotion across multiple platforms that I have. Let's say, for example, as the recording of this video, I got about 300,000 subscribers on my regular channel, on this channel that you're viewing this on, like 296, 297. Let's just round it off, 300,000. And then I got over 250,000 on the Millionaire Morning Show. And so I may tap into different sectors of people depending on what the content is, right? The Millionaire Morning Show, it generates a type of revenue, or it generates a certain demographic of audience that's more closely tied to the money. But then the Anton Daniels channel, I might be talking about popular culture, relationships, or whatever, right? I punch up, not down. Every single time I punch up, not down. This is scenario 1, right? So because he has a lot of subscribers, I'm not caring about whether or not the people is mad or, I mean, of course they're gonna rock with him because they love them. They subscribe to him. They holding them down. And let's say he got 300, 400, 500,000 subscribers. I'm absolutely gonna embrace whatever it is that he's saying. And not only am I gonna embrace it, I'm gonna engage. And some people, like, for example, I'm not gonna mention who because it doesn't benefit me to mention them and promote them right now unless they promote me. Some people know that I've engaged with people with much, much larger platforms on the Millionaire Morning Show, just beefing about money or how it is that how much money you got, whatever. It was conducive. It was lucrative. It was very, very profitable that month. And I seen a much greater boost because my goal was to also siphon off some of his audience that realized I'm a better content creator than them, right? And so, it was beneficial. It was a lot of growth in that. Now, second scenario is dude in scenario 2 that may have a few thousand subscribers, or 2 or 3, 4. Maybe they got 10, 20, 25,000 subscribers, 5,000 subscribers, right? Now, some of those subscribers, some of those people is like, well, I don't mind promoting them and mentioning their name, you know what I'm saying? Because I love and support almost all content creators. But let's say they coming at me for clout chasing or whatever, right? To an extent, I have to then play chess, right? Because my goal at that point is to use their free promotion also and to siphon off the little bit of subscribers that they've been able to accumulate. Because when they come over, they may come over and be able to troll, but you would not believe the amount of people that tap into the Patreon or get a coaching call and then they wind up saying, Anton, when I first discovered you, this and that, so on and so forth, but now I really, really rock with you because I didn't realize A, B, and C. So my goal in every scenario is always to convert them over into being a loyal follower or a loyal troller or a person that's continuously coming over to see what I do. Like even my enemies or even people that would label themselves as my enemies, they watch my live streams all the time and I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? And so as long as it's beneficial, the goal is this: as a content creator, your goal is to convert, right? Is to convert. So the smaller content creator, I may not necessarily spend as much time going back and forth, but I may mention them just to put a battery in their back in order to incentivize them to continue to bring visibility to me because it's all marketing. So the foundation of the video or the live stream that I may do may have something to do with something completely different, but because I know what they're watching or I know that people are going to send it to them, I know that they're going to dedicate an entire live stream. They're going to put my name in it. They're going to promote me. They're going to put me in the algorithm. And so as a result, I may mention them or I may spend 5 or 10 minutes of a live stream trolling a little bit, but ultimately what it's going to do is it's going to translate over into them spending an entire 1, 2, 3 hour segment basically promoting me for free. And you can't pay for that because it's organic and they mentioning your name and they putting you in the thumbnail. And so ultimately it always translates. I've never, month over month, since I've been on YouTube, I've never, not one time, had a negative subscribers, meaning that I lost subscribers, right, versus gaining. At the height of when people thought that they hated me the most, all of the blackity blacks, I see now the Hebrew Israelites is out there running around, oh, God is gonna get you. Man, suck my dick, ain't nobody thinking about you. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't negatively impact me, it positively impacts me every single time. So what am I telling y'all? I'm telling you that if it doesn't translate into getting a bag, it doesn't really mean anything. And so you got to figure out how to leverage the platform, leverage people. It's just like poker. It's just like chess. You want to put people in a position to do what you want them to do, not necessarily just be angrily ranting in order to run people away that ultimately discover your channel that may or may not have been a fan of yours, or you could have converted them and you didn't because you were so focused on the things that's not best for you. Meanwhile, whoever it is that you are talking about is literally benefiting off of it. So that's free game. Why is Anton telling them this? Why is Anton giving them the game? Because I want y'all to be successful. And it doesn't even matter. Listen, it's 9 billion people on this earth, meaning that there's always going to be a new enemy. It's always going to be a new sucker. People can't help themselves. Even when you tell them and you give them the game, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to go over there and do it or they're going to implement it. They still going to be caught up in the BS. They still going to be doing the thing that's not best for them. And so I can give this free game to people because it really is not going, for the people that catch it, they're going to leverage it. And it's always going to be a new person for me to be able to take advantage of because they don't understand user experience. They don't understand content creation. And they out here basically streaming for me. They're not even streaming for free no more. They streaming for me. Meanwhile, over in the Chasers, we over 7,000 strong, approaching 8,000 Patreon members because ultimately it wasn't just conversion. They seen the game and they seen the profitability. We've helped people to level up. We've helped people to double their income, literally then made millionaires. And then we got the meetup coming in July and it's always a vibe. So I'm gonna be in Houston and I'm gonna post more of that inside of the Patreon. And we got Stock Club coming up next Monday. And it's a phenomenal group. Make sure y'all tap into the Discord. Link to the Discord is in the description of any of the most recent videos inside of the Bag Chasers. What am I telling you? If it don't make money, it don't make sense. One of the things that people always criticize me for is, man, Anton, only thing he care about money. You think I'm on a live stream to live stream about you niggas because I like you? No. I'm here to entertain you and then put the medicine inside of the candy. The value is going to come inside of the entertainment, and then I'm going to convert that shit, and then we're going to run a bag up. Because I'm not on here just to be talking, I'm on here in order to add value and then make sure that I get paid accordingly as a result of it. if you see value in what it is that we doing, as usual, make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Join the army. Join the army. We got more bag chasers than some of these niggas got subscribers. You know what I'm saying? And it's a reason why they rock with us. I know it's windy out here. I'm about to head back into the bar, have some drinks, play some old school video games, and then have a good time. How you doing? And then have a good time as a result of it. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Don't be broke out here.